All right, we're live. I think we're live. Let me know if you guys can hear me. I think you can. I hope you can. What's up, everybody? Welcome in. It is the Sunday Social. We are back. It's been a little bit, but Dad was in town, so we had to wait for Father to head back to Maryland, which he has done. He left Sunday. He left Friday. Today is Sunday, and so we're back. Hopefully, you guys can hear me. Let me know in the chat if you can. Give me a thumbs up in the chat if you guys can hear me, please. I really would like to hear from you that you can hear me. And anyway, yeah, Dad had a really nice trip. It was great having him down here at 81. You just, as often as you can see him, you want to see him. So it was awesome of him to come down, and we had a really good week. We went to Dinosaur World. We went to a Wild River, Florida safari, a ride through safari, and we just kind of hung out and went to dinner a lot and breakfast a lot. And by the way, videos on the Wild Florida and the Dinosaur World are up on our channel if you guys want to check them out. But he had a good week, and that's why last week we didn't do the Sunday Social, because Dad was here and we were spending time with him. I got a new mic, so I'm sorry if it's a little loud. This thing is it's a really good mic, and so hopefully it does its job. And anyway, so let's get started. We got a lot to talk about this morning. I am so out of it. I have, of course, as you guys know, on this right side, I have this tooth pain I've been having. I'm going to go see the dentist tomorrow. I'm going to see if I can get the tooth pulled. I don't want to. They want to. Too much. It's probably TMI. I get it. They want to do a root canal on this tooth. I'm not doing it. I had one on this side. It was like a nightmare. It's like the worst thing I've ever experienced in my life. And I told him, I'm like, I'm not doing it on the other tooth. Just pull it. So that's probably what will happen. But it's so much pain. I'm in so much pain right now. It subsided a little bit this afternoon, which was, thank the Lord. But it's always worse at night. And the nights are horrible with this tooth pain. I mean, to the point where I'm like on my knees. It hurts so bad. But anyway, hopefully it gets better. I have a pair of pliers, right? Animal Zone, if I thought I could do it and I wouldn't have to worry about anything, I would. But hopefully it gets better as time goes on. But anybody that was in the stream this morning, thank you for being there. It's one thing after another sometimes with us. Everything was charged last night, but for some reason, it's a long story, but we went for over 2 hours. Glad everybody was there this morning. As usual, it's awesome to get there early, because when you're in the parks early, you get so much done. You really do. You get so much done. And we had a good time today. It was really, really nice. But anyway, and then lastly, on a couple other things, don't forget, we just posted a brand new video. We got the over at the Outpost, Adventure Outpost, or whatever the name of the place is, over by Frontierland, in between Pirates and Tiana's. Over there, there's the Outpost place. We got the new breakfast sandwich over there. Just did a video on it. Go check that out. I think you guys will like that for sure. But anyway, good to have you all here, and we're going to have fun tonight. But before we get started, let me do a couple other things, just like we always do. We are getting... Where is it? Closer and closer and closer. November 8th, the Mouse Talk meetup is right around the corner, gang. We are less than a month out now. We are about a little over 3 weeks away from our meetup down at Disney Springs House of Blues. If you think you can make it, please send us a message letting us know that you're coming to Ask Mouse Talk right there at gmail.com. It's going to be a blast. We're going to have a lot of fun. A lot of folks are coming, and we hope you can make it too. Just to hang out, get to know folks. We got to meet Robbo76 today in Magic Kingdom, which was great. And we've been meeting a lot of folks, and folks are coming to the meetup. So it's going to be a lot of fun. Again, 10 a.m., November 8th, Disney Springs, up by Cirque du Soleil and House of Blues. There's a big area right there. That's where we're meeting. If you think you're going to make it, please send us an email at askmousetalk@gmail.com. That way we are prepared for you. Let's say hi to everybody in the chat. Lori Brantone is here. Good to see you, Lori. Jeannie's here. Jeannie, good to see you. Julie McCowan. Matt's here. Matt M. Susan D. Monica Odiette, Tina McNeil. What's up, Tina? Good to see you. Cynthia, Candy Mom, our first member. JM is here. Animal Zone is here. Animal Zone, good to see you. Tina McNeil is here. I said that already. Kimberly Hazard, A20 Chief. Dan, A20 Chief. Jennifer Caruso. Tooth pain is the worst. Feel better. Yeah, it is the worst, Jennifer. It's horrible. Jennifer Caruso, welcome in. Good to see you. Jennifer's been doing a lot of streams on those boat cruises. Jennifer, those are awesome. Really nice job. See, Julie McCowan is here. That sounds horrible. I hope you find some. Yeah, me too. Chris Disney Baker, welcome in. Let's see. Who else is here? Ryan's here. Ryan F. Oh, it just jumped on me. Let me go back up. Appreciate it, guys. I'm sorry. I'm just trying to get caught up on the chat. Shane Wright is here. John the Bee's here. Stacy Bailey. Douglas Bailey. And we're up to date. All right. NK. Good. Thank you. Yeah, Jennifer. No, really good job on those. We won't do too much in the way of chatting. I'll do some chatting, but not too much. All right, so tonight, Jeff Condon, welcome in, man. Good to see you. Oh, you know what? I don't have a video of it tonight because, again, I've been doing a lot of stuff around the house. But I want to go. We're going to get right into tonight's. We're going to talk about none other than the Hall of Presidents. Steve Stardio Studios, welcome in. See you, Tiger, welcome in as well. Please hit that like button as you're coming in, guys. Our goal is right up there in the top left-hand corner. We're trying to get to 100 likes. Let's see if we can make it. All right, Hall of Presidents. Oh, wait, Matt says, hey, Walt, for the tooth pain, try doing a swish and rinse with chloroseptic spray. They have for sore throats. It's numbing and takes the edge off enough to fall asleep. All right, I might try that. Who that, Dave? Welcome in. Big fan of plain white T-shirts. Simplifies your life. I don't know. When I'm at home and I don't even think about it afterwards, Dave, to be honest with you, I have undershirts. These are very comfortable, lightweight undershirts that I wear. So when I get home, whatever I wore at the park is usually sweaty, and so I don't want to be in it anymore. I take that off and I just put it. I have like 25 undershirts, different colors too. And I just lounge around the house, or we do work around the house, or we're doing whatever, and I just put one of these on. The next thing you know, I forgot we're streaming, so I don't care. I like plain white T-shirts too. So yeah, you'll see me in these a lot probably. Doing the Top Gun look. No, not quite. But where was I? Oh yes. So Hall of Presidents. I think that this is going to be an interesting topic of conversation for tonight. I really think so, because there's a lot of, how do I word this correctly? Opinions, I guess, is the way to put it, on this attraction. Okay? I think there's a lot of opinions on this attraction, which I think, I don't know. I don't even know how to word it, because I guess whatever I'm going to say is also an opinion. But I don't know. I just think it's weird. Alyssa and Neil, welcome in. We will. We'll say, Alyssa, Neil, good to see you, buddy. I'll be more than happy to say hello. There she is. She's in the chat. Karen Kushner's here. Dave said, I'm currently wearing a white T-shirt, although I can call it my religious shirt because it has holes in it. Therefore, it's holy. No, most of mine will be in good shape. I'll try to keep them in good shape. It's funny you said that, Dave. We're getting way off topic so much here. Whenever I go out and I wear a collared shirt, whether it's a button down, whether it's a polo, whether it's a long sleeve collar, I always wear an undershirt underneath. Different colors depending upon the matching of the shirt. Want to look good as best I can. So I'm always going to have undershirts, tons of them, and that's how it is. All right, so yeah, with the Hall of Presidents, here's what I'll say on this topic. Everybody has an opinion on Hall of Presidents, which is probably the most divisive or opinion-oriented attraction in all of Walt Disney World. I really believe that. So we're going to talk about Hall of Presidents tonight. We're going to do our normal... Pumpkin Shelby, welcome in. We'll do our normal ratings like we always do. I'll put it in the chat for you guys. And then in the end... after we're done with our talk of the Hall of Presidents, we'll pick for next week, and then I've got 3 topics I want to talk about news-wise that we'll get into. Well, Matt, I think Matt. There's a point to that right there. I think exactly what you said is true. Um, in this country, again, I don't want to get too political on this. In this country, we have a 2-party system. We really do. You can call yourself independent, but you're going to vote one way or the other. You really are. We have a 2-party system. It's just the way it is. Okay. Be patriotic without being political. I think there's something to that. Okay, and you can't manipulate your political beliefs and pit that against being patriotic. I always have an issue with that. I always tell folks, look, for what it's worth, and I'll say this and then I'll leave it at that. There are things wrong with this country, but this country is a great country. And you have to take a step back and really look at that. For anybody that says this is a horrible place to live, I can name you about 50 other places you could go. But I promise you, the minute you get there, you're going to be on a plane coming back. Every country has problems. We're not perfect. We understand that. Do what you can to make your country better. But I can promise you right now, there's a heck of a lot of other places you could go that you're going to change your tune on that. Just my humble opinion. Ryan says, agreed, blah, 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 blah. I do have a legit question that would be controversial. I will save it till later. Yes, Dave, if you could do that just in case. John Messina, welcome in. Actually, you can, if it's too controversial, I'll just say we're not going to answer that question. But you're more than welcome to bring it in. All right, so let's go. Let's get started on this. So let's start with the Q, okay? And again, like we always do, let me get my thing ready here. I'm going to put in the chat. I'm going to give you guys a poll. What do you think of the attraction Q for the Hall of Presidents? Just like usual. Bad, okay, good, great. And we're off and running. There you go. Vote. What do you think about the Hall of Presidents Q? The area before you get into the ride. Before you get into, excuse me, that's sponsored by D&G. Before you get on the attraction, you have to go through the queue there while you're waiting. What do you guys think about the queue? Is it good? Is it bad? Is it great? Is it okay? What do you think? I want to hear from you. I'll tell you on my end what it is. Let's see. I miss anybody in the chat. CC Bus, welcome in. Steve says, I feel that way about being in Southern California. I'm so used to the East Coast time zone in New York City, I may want to go back. We should be able to be patriotic without being political, but people think the ability to say bad things about your country is the same as hating it. It's the Muppet Show part of Hall of Presidents. I forgot. No, it's not. See you, Tiger. I'll know better in a few weeks when I'm here for their meetup. I love the queue. I love the pictures. Great. But you must take the time to review everything. Tina nailed it. The overriding theme here, I think, is going to be there's air conditioning. Okay, so look. Here's my opinion on the queue. I think the queue is really good. Okay, just my opinion. I almost think, and again, it's just my humble opinion, I almost think the queue is great. Oh, I do. I really do. I think this queue is wonderful. I really do. I love all the different things they have in there that you can see, learn about the presidents, all the different not merchandise. What's the word I'm looking for? Memorabilia that they have from the different presidents. They have the different presidents from all parties up on the wall. I love it personally. I love the queue. I didn't put great because it's not anything the kids are going to like at all, but it's borderline great for me. I really, really like that area. I can spend a lot of time just walking around, reading the stuff about what they have there, about the presidents, and I love it. And then plus they have my two favorite presidents are up on that wall, and maybe that's part of it too. But I really enjoy this queue while we're waiting. Yes, it is air conditioning too, absolutely. Dr. Dredd, welcome in. Completely unremarkable cue, it seems. We can't remember it. It is always a walk right in when we go. Fair enough. I totally get it. Part of it with me, too, though, is I'm very much a history buff, U.S. history especially. I like U.S. history. Um, and I love the presidency of the United States. I could get into a lot on that. I get it. It's not everybody's into that kind of stuff. Another good rocking chair spot is right outside the hall president. Yes, it is. You're right, Dave. You're right. It is. It's right there. You can take your time, look at your own pace. Yes, Tina. It really. I don't know. I just like it. I think the queue is done well. They've got the presidential symbol right in the middle there as well. They got the different presidents up on the walls, and I don't know. I just think it's fantastic. Shame to say, Crystal and I have only done the queue. We've never sat in the show due to timing and other commitments. Beautiful queue, though. We've seen the show on streams. Matt, here's what I'll say. Again, it's totally up to you. Go see the show. I love the show. I do. I think they did. And when they open that screen up and you see all those presidents from over the years, every single president there over the years, and they introduce each president, it's neat. I think it's really neat. Just my humble opinion, I think it's really neat. Matt, welcome in. Nathan Rita, welcome in. I love when I walk in there. It's like I'm transported to the White House. Yeah. Cynthia, I like it. And the actual auditorium that you're into, the theater that you're in, beautiful. They do a really nice job there, too. No, Tina, I don't think streams do it justice. I agree. I'm going to end the. We got 39 votes. Get a couple more seconds here, guys, if you want to vote. Um, Nobody said bad. And I agree. I don't know that there's any real validity there. Dave, let me answer. Let me end the poll here. I don't know. Maybe they may have. I don't know. No clue whatsoever. Maybe they did think she was going to win the presidency, and they had her animatronic to get ready to go, and then when she didn't win, they had to change course really really fast. Absolutely positively possible. I don't know. I do think that original animatronic they had for him was not the best. But to be honest with you, I don't care. The animatronic doesn't really have to look exactly like him. It's not him. It's not any of them. It doesn't have to look that close to them, in my opinion. I'm not there for the animatronics. I mean, the animatronics are great. I'm there for the story they're telling. If he doesn't look that good, it's not going to make or break whether or not I like that attraction. It's just an animatronic, folks. But I get what you're saying, Dave. It's possible. It's a great cue. The presidential seal, the artifacts, love it. We've been in there many times. I agree, Neil. I agree. 100%. All right, so now let's talk about the actual attraction itself. Same thing. What do you think about it? If you've never been in there, maybe if you saw it on a stream or a video, you can still vote. Dave, no, I totally get it. But people have said that. People have said that. All right, so let me give you the next poll. We're going to talk about the attraction. What do you think of this attraction? Some people are like, nah, it's not my thing. I don't like it. Some people are like, no big deal. I don't care. It doesn't matter to me either way. All right, attraction itself. Now, there you go. Now, this is the actual attraction. What do you think of the attraction itself? Good, bad, okay, great. What do you think? Amazon says the original show was much better than the current version. It showed more of Lincoln in the early colonial time than currently. Okay. Lincoln in the Gettysburg Address. There you go. AC and nap of about 20 minutes. That's okay. Okay. Okay, so for me personally, I think this thing is great. Absolutely great. I love it. I absolutely love it. Okay. I love the history of the United States, good and bad. We learn from our mistakes, folks. What's the old saying? Those who, you know, what's it, what's that? Those who try to forget history often repeat it, something like that. I just love it. I do. I love the presidency of the United States, and I love how it started. Um, I think we're trendsetters here. We really are in a lot of ways. Um, and my two favorite presidents of the United States, and again, I don't know if it's going to ruffle feathers. Hey, your favorite president, whoever that is great. Actually, you know what? Let's do that while we got a second here. First off, the attraction itself, I think, is absolutely fantastic. The story it tells is amazing. How it starts, where it finishes, and all those presidents, when they open up that big stage and all those presidents are up there, they introduce them individually, and then the current president, he states his oath of office that he has to recite when he takes the oath of office every single time. I love it. I think this is an absolutely amazing attraction. Everyone should do it. Go in there, see it, love it. I think you're going to really enjoy it. I really do. And I don't know. I just think it's great. And I love the fact that they talk about, George Washington is my favorite president of all time. Number one is number one in my book. I love him. Love what he did. Love who he was. He could have been a king. He didn't want to be a king. He could have been a president that just kept serving. He didn't want that either. He stepped down. He said, nope, that's not what we're about. That's not what we do here. They wanted him to be king. He said, no, we don't do that here. You have to vote for it. And then after two landslide elections, he could have ran for a third term. He's like, nope, going to set the example. We're going to do it the right way. Here's somebody new. I love that. I just do. I just think he was amazing. He was the right person at the right time for a new country to start. I love his story. Ronald Reagan's my other favorite president. I love Ronald Reagan. But there you go. That's that. I love this attraction. I think it's amazing. You guys got to go out there. You got to see it if you haven't gone. Matt, take Crystal and go see it. I think you're going to like it. My favorite president, Milton Hershey, president of the Hershey Chocolate Company. Steve says, Shay says he tears up for sure. Anybody wants to put in there, who is your favorite president? Yeah, you know mine. Mine's Washington. Who do you like? I feel so patriotic when I walk out like America is number one. Amen, Cynthia. I agree. I love the story of the presidency and the history behind it, the animatronics and the AC. It's just great. I agree. Ryan, the AC helps for sure. And those seats are comfortable. Look, you could fall asleep. You could definitely fall asleep in there for sure. No doubt about it. Teddy Roosevelt's another great one. Rough Rider, man. Well, he was a reluctant president drafted to serve his country. Washington did not run for a third term. I know because I saw Hamilton. Hamilton. Don't get me started on Hamilton. Anyway, Douglas, nothing wrong with that. That's President Obama. I totally get it. Don't retract it. You're fine. Washington, Lincoln, Teddy Roosevelt, hard to pick too. Neil, I get it. Abraham Lincoln was a great president too. Teddy Roosevelt got shot and continued to make his speech for an hour and a half. Right, Dave? It's true. Washington and Donald Trump. My favorite is Abraham Lincoln. Washington, Lincoln, Roosevelt, and Reagan. Animal Zone, Washington, and the current president, says Dave. Totally get it. You ever notice nobody ever says Millard Fillmore? Lincoln was my favorite president. Yeah, Lincoln was great. Lincoln was great. Anyway, I think it's awesome. I love the fact that everybody has their favorite, no matter what side of the aisle you're on. You're totally allowed to have, and we all respect whoever your favorite president is. That's the whole point of this. All right, so we talked about the attraction, people who love it. James Buchanan, right? Yeah. Nobody ever talks about Arthur Rutherford B. Hayes. Tonight is the big reveal. Yeah, Rutherford B. Yeah, Bruce, I just said that. Yeah, you know what? You never know with John F. Kennedy. God rest his soul. That poor man. Yeah, that was one of the worst things ever in the history of this country. Terrible. Anyway, I totally agree. William Henry Harrison, yeah, he died 30 days after he was sworn in. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Um, all right, so let's go. Is the juice worth the squeeze? How long are you waiting to get on this ride? Is the juice worth the squeeze? I'm going to put it in the chat. Let me know. Let me end that chat. So 51% of you think it's great. 41% of you think it's good. Totally get it. All right. Is the juice worth the squeeze? Let's talk a little bit about this. How long are you waiting? Oh, sorry. Let me get this down there. I'm getting the chat. I'm getting it in the chat for you guys. And I totally get it. Either way, you put what you would do. How long are you waiting? Is the juice worth the squeeze? How long would you wait to see this attraction? Down there, only down there for your one trip this year. You're not going to have another trip for another year or so. Are you making time to go in? Any of these four going to be your number? So for me, a little bit. I love this attraction. Don't get me wrong. I do. It's one of my favorites. I'll wait 20 to 30 if I have to. I really will. Especially if it's 4th of July. The president just got sworn in, new president. Different things, Memorial Day, Labor Day, and we're in the park. I'll wait a little bit for this. I really will. I really will. I think it needs to be something that we visit because what I don't want, well, we'll get to that later. We'll get to that later. Yeah, I like this ride. I'll wait 20 to 30 minutes. I get it. Most people won't. I still don't like waiting more than 20 to 30 minutes for anybody. I get it, Steve. Steve, totally understandable. Totally get it. Totally understand that. I'll never know. I've never had to wait more than 20 minutes. That's true, Cynthia. I mean, Tina, you're right. And Bruce, I get it, Bruce. Again, it's not for everybody. Gives you more time in the queue. It does. Waiting 30 minutes gives me time to look around. It does. 20 to 30 for Ryan. Longer than that, I'll venture off somewhere else and come back a little later when it's shorter. All right. Totally get it. Yep. Totally understandable. Totally understandable. For me, it's a 20 to 30. I'm going to wait a little bit. Um, Not all the time either. Okay? Not all the time. But I will wait a little bit for this when we have to because I just enjoy it. I really do. We won't too long because it's continuous. We can come back later. Exactly, Neil. Exactly. The other thing I'll say is this. It's easier for us because we live down here. So if it's really crowded in there, the other thing too is it's never that crowded to the point that you're not going to wait more than one show. And how long's your show? 15 minutes. So you're really never even going to need this because that theater is so big, it's going to house a ton of people. So I think this is really even kind of a moot point. I don't think you're ever going to wait more than 10 to 20 anyway. Welcome in, Diana. Welcome in. Good to see you. Hey, Walt. Bummer not getting the notifications. Glad to hear now. Glad to be here now. Yeah, we're glad you're here too. I'm sorry. I don't know. Brett, welcome in. Good to see you. He says if it's raining or it's hot, I don't mind waiting a little longer. Yep, totally get it. But you know what? Again, like I was saying, you're more than likely not going to wait because it's so big in there anyway that the possibility of having to wait, I don't even think it's going to happen. Excuse me. Yeah, right. Tina says it right there. Tina says it holds like 300 people. You're not going to wait that. You're not ever going to wait that long. First off, it never has that many people waiting in the first place. Your longest wait is only going to be for the next show. All right, let's go on to the next thing, and this is the one where I think it's going to get a bad rating all around. But you're going to be interested in mine. Here's mine. All right, have at it. Merchandise. There is none. Right? There is no merchandise. But here's what mine is. I put non-applicable because of all the things at Walt Disney World, this is the one that is probably going to be the most divisive. That you really can't do it because it's gonna upset people, whether it's a Republican president, whether it's a Democratic president. There's not much you can do, and I don't see merchandise as a whole, even if it was generic and wasn't catered to one party. I don't see it being something that's going to fly off the shelves. It's just not. So I think it's non-applicable here. Merchandise really doesn't make sense for this attraction. Might be the only attraction in Disney, big attraction, that really doesn't garner merchandise or even the thought of it. So if everybody puts bad, I totally get that. That makes total sense. But for me, I put non-applicable. Good, Steve. That's good. I'm glad you're getting them now. I think the show is only 30 minutes. So that would be the longest you should wait. Yep. Do they have it? No, they don't have merchandise, and that's kind of why I put non-applicable, Doctor Dread, because they really don't, and it doesn't make sense to. Hey, Will, welcome in. Getting work done before Monday morning, but I've been voting and listening, just focusing on work, sadly. Ah, Will, I'm sorry. But you can still sell copies of the Constitution and flag. Well, that's true, Tina. That's true. That's a good point. But you know what? Even that, I don't know. I don't. I guess you could. They could do USA merchandise in there, like they do over in the American Pavilion at Epcot. So yeah, I guess there are options there they could have, but I guess they do it more as a historical thing than they do it as. Then I don't know. I don't know. I'm just trying to make up something. But either way, I put none. If I had to put one, I would have put bad because there is no merchandise for this. Neil, you're funny. Neil, I'm gonna. I like Neil. Neil, you're funny. Disney has to stay neutral. Best to avoid having disagreements in a pin store. Disney's not neutral. I can promise you that. I'll leave it at that. They're not neutral. Um, there is no non-applicable choice. No, Ghibli, they're not. Flags, coins, Sam Eagle. Yes, that would be cool. Some Sam Eagle stuff would be nice. Chris Nedlin, welcome in. The attraction is about America and not any particular president. Anyway, it's sad that folks get their knickers in a twist over it. Well, it's about the presidency over the years and what each individual president, some have done a lot more than others, and how the importance and the fabric of it in this country. I totally get that too. Ryan says they could put Mickey on a T-shirt dressed up as Washington or Lincoln. Yeah, that would be cool. Yeah, he did. Absolutely. Neil, you're right. Walt Disney loved U.S. history. He loved this country, and he loved the presidency. They sell U.S. merch at the White House gift shop. Yes, they do. John Curry, welcome in. I've been to the White House. Long time ago. It's been like 15 years, but I went one time. All right, last one. This is the one. This last poll that we're going to talk about is the one that I'm most interested in with everybody. You guys ready? The importance of this ride or this attraction. Let me stop the other poll. 81% on the merchandise. Makes perfect sense. I'm just going to put, all I'm going to put is A, B, C, or D. And that's why I have the options up there. What is the importance of this attraction to Walt Disney World and the Magic Kingdom? A, nah, won't be missed. Disney Tomorrow says Hall of Presidents going away. How do you feel? A, won't be missed. B, a little sad, but I'm sure whatever replaces it'll be better. C, I'm upset, but eventually I'll get over it. Or D, I'm chaining myself to this ride attraction. You get it. Have at it. How are you voting on this? Walt Disney World comes to us and says, this is it. It's gone. How do you feel? Oh, Kim Daniels, welcome in. No problem. Glad you had a good night at church. Good night at church. Hope you said some prayers for all of us. How do you feel? What are you going to be if they came to us and said, Hall of Presidents is going away? Here's mine. I think you know what mine is. I'm upset. I'm chaining myself to this attraction if they say they're getting rid of it. That would be an absolute travesty. Somebody said it earlier. Walt Disney loved the presidents. He put this in there for a reason. It tells the history of our presidency and our country in a lot of ways. It's extremely important. This kind of stuff, as much as it can be a difficult topic to discuss, tough, difficult topics sometimes need to be addressed. Okay? It's just how it is. Sometimes you have to talk about the hard stuff. And sometimes talking about this can be hard. But I think there's a lot to learn from it too, good and bad. And I think it's extremely important that we know and have a place for this in these parks. I do. It's a very little area. It's not much to it. It needs to stay forever. Just my humble opinion. I would chain myself. This would be one, as funny as this might sound, and when we get to Haunted Mansion, obviously it'll be D for me. I'll just break the news now. This would be like if they got rid of Haunted Mansion for me. It could be a deal breaker with me with Disney. This kind of stuff needs to stay. So have I, Walt, probably before you were born. Yes, the magnets cups would be fine. Yep, for sure. Walt Theory, the animatronics show with Walt is a test to see if they might use it to replace Hall of Presidents and Walt Disney World. Nah, I don't think so, Bruce. I don't think they're going to do that. The animatronic, if they're going to put that animatronic anywhere, they'll do it at Carousel Progress. I love this attraction. As an American, it's great. It's moving. At least a C, probably a D, especially after all the attractions we've lost. This would be crossing the Rubicon. I get it, Tina. It would be the last straw after Rivers of America and other attacks on Walt's love of America. Exactly, Dr. Dredd. I get it. Never been in the Hall of... Never been? Kim, you've never been in the Hall of Presidents? Oh, my God. Homework for you next time you're down here. Ryan says this is a must-do attraction every time we go to the Magic Kingdom. It's our history. It's also one of the last remaining rides that's not based on a Disney movie. That's true, too. Monkey Juice. I'm PO'd about the puddles of America. I understand. Well, I'm gonna say it. I gotta say it, guys. We're gonna get PG-13 for a minute here. Monkey Juice says he's pissed about the puddles of America. Well, you know what they say, Monkey Juice. It's better to be pissed off than pissed on. I'm sorry. That's all. Whoop. Sorry. Moving on. They had the cutest Muppet show in the beginning of America, but it didn't last long. I don't remember that Animal Zone. Joseph Dion, welcome in. I put my $200 deposit today. Nice! Congrats! Well, I'm sorry you're planning on it next trip. Kim, you don't need to apologize. The Hall of Presidents is supposed to be a place of respect. What has made it challenging recently is that it's become a popularity contest. It's not a concert. No applause, please. Just enjoy. Neil, I don't know. I don't have a problem with the applause at the end. I don't. I don't have an issue with that. If you want to applaud the show because you felt something for it, it touched you, I don't have a problem with that. I've done it. I'm not going to lie. I've been in there afterwards, and when that show's over, as I'm walking out, I've gone like this, and part of that is the verbal approval to Disney to let them know, hey, look, this is important. We love this. This is amazing. Keep this going. So I get what you're saying, but it is. I get it. But anyway, that's just me. I like this attraction a lot, and I will clap from time to time. Yeah, we're going back to G. No problem. What was I going to say? The Hall of President. Blah, 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 blah. Will says the Hall of Muppets would be a great replacement. No, it would be a tragic loss, as it is factual, historical, and a rare gem of pure education, and not just more fantasy. No, it's true. Yeah, and I think that's on purpose, Will, for sure. Bruce, that's funny. Trying to talk Donnie into a February trip to meet the family here. Nice! Even missing the Super Bowl. Wow. If it's the show, it's fine, but not the individual presidents. It does create tension. I love the show. I agree with that, Neil. I will say that no booing, no clapping individual presidents. I agree with you there. It's not about the individual. It's about the office. It's about the history. It's about the importance. I agree. That I'm with you on. I'm with you 100%. Jalon Botcher, welcome in. Good to have you here. Dang it, I hit A for best. Didn't realize it was the opposite. Oh, Cynthia, that's okay. All right, gang. So yeah, I would have an issue if this went away. Anyway, that's just me. No, we're all going to Waltz to watch the game. Yeah, we'd have room. I think we would. All right, so there you go, gang. Hall of Presidents. I think it's great. I love it for sure. I think it's fantastic, and I hope it never goes away. I enjoy it thoroughly. I think it's amazing. I walk out of there with a sense of patriotism more than I already have. I think it's awesome. Okay, let's pick for next week, and then I got 3 news stories I want to talk about real fast. We got time. It's only 8:36 anyway. We did start a little bit early, but I want to keep going. All right, next week. We got them all in here in my Winnie the Pooh Bowl. Where are we going next week? Remember, we had a run there of like 4 in a row over at Epcot. We finally got something at Magic Kingdom. I don't think we've gone over to the studios yet, or even Animal Kingdom for that matter. All right, let's see. Where are we going? We are going. Okay, well, got to do what we got to do. We're staying at Magic Kingdom. We're heading to Tomorrowland. Astro Orbiter. Next Sunday, we're talking about it. One of the rides, well, I don't even want to get into it. If you know me, you know where I stand on Astro Orbiter. We got a lot to talk about on that one next week. That should be fun. I'm interested to think what people's opinions on Astro Orbiter. Your favorite, right, Melissa? It's true. Oh, see what I mean? Look, already it's redone completely. Yes, Walt's favorite ride. They did. The base spaceship version of Dumbo. It's not working as well as it should. No, I guess not. Anyway, so Astro Orbiter, we'll get into that next week. I'll have to tell you at the one time. Well, I'll tell you next week. Oh, good. Astro Orbiter, nice. Except the elevator. Yeah, we're gonna get into all of that. I think we'll have some fun talking about that. All right, let's get into a couple news stories here. And we'll go from there. Starjets. That's right. Is that what it used to be called? Never been on it. I don't do spinning rides. I get it. Here we go. First news story. I think you guys have probably all saw this. Spaceship Earth wasn't supposed to open until next week, but it actually opened early. I think a few people have gone in and seen, have done it since it reopened, and obviously a slight refurb, some touch-ups on a couple things. Hey, Rob, welcome in. Thanks for being here, man. So that's kind of neat. I'm glad to hear that. It says the iconic Epcot attraction reopened on October 18th, despite a previously announced reopening of the 25th. It closed on Melissa's birthday, August 25th, for a routine refurbishment, meaning general maintenance and upkeep would be performed. Let's see what else it says. The inside of the ride saw no major changes, but on the exterior, a long broken lighting effect was restored to one of the oval signs. Okay. The other sign's effect is yet to be restored, but sources indicate that it will still be worked on despite the end of the refurbishment. More attention was given to the base of the attraction, including the back section that hosts Project Tomorrow, with repainting and panel replacement completed. No noticeable changes were made to the uh, Alucobond triangles that make up the geodesic sphere. Inside the dome is a slow-moving dark ride. Blah, blah, blah. We know that. Sets and figures, including animatronics, have been refreshed. Okay. With no recent updates on previously announced and then indefinitely delayed reimagining of Spaceship Earth, which would have seen the addition of Disney characters to a ride that has not featured any since its opening. I don't like that idea. Okay, so there you go. Spaceship Earth is back. Minor refurb stuff. I think it's awesome. We love the ride. Can't wait to get on there and see it. And it's back, which is the most important thing. Because that ride is very, very important, especially to Melissa. She loves it. She gets upset when that ride goes down. Because we always try, even like as we're leaving the park, we'll leave the park, and as we're walking out, she goes, "Do you want to ride real fast?" I'm like, "Sure, if you want." You know, depending on the line. Depending on the line. Spaceship Earth. Neil's going tomorrow. Yeah, why not, Neil? I don't blame you. I hope they change the Paperboy facing normal facing the ride. Yeah, they used to have him that way. Let's see. I hope they vacuumed it right. There's a lot they need to do on that ride. I really would like. First off, don't add any Disney characters to it. That's not the point of it. Again, it's an educational ride that they can make fun and interesting and cool. Don't add the Disney characters. They don't have to be everywhere. We know where we are. We're in Disney. We got it. We're good. We're not dumb. We get you. So let's not do that. What I would say is this. The whole ride track needs to be redone. It's too uncomfortable. It's too bumpy at times. That whole area of it needs to be redone for sure. The scenes themselves, if you want to touch them up a little bit, other than that, I don't see what else you need to do. And to talk about, people always talk about, it's communication, right? Over the years, how we communicate from the start of time to now, communication. I don't feel we need an update there. They got all the way up to computers. They got all the way up to the home computer. Cell phones, I don't think they have to add that. I don't think it brings. I don't know. I'm fine with the scenes they have. Just my opinion. Never thought of them adding IP to it. No, please don't. It's just ridiculous. It does. Well, you know what, Neil? Here's the thing. Here's what I'll say, Neil. It does take years for the new track and new track vehicles to get put in. I don't have a problem with that. I'm okay with it. I am. I'm okay with it. If it's going to make it a little bit more comfortable, a little bit nicer in that respect, I'm okay with you coming to me and saying, "Hey, gang, Spaceship Earth's going to go down for a couple years. We're going to do a whole new track and a whole new track vehicle to make it better." I'm okay with that. I am. Sometimes you've got to take, rip the Band-Aid off. I'm okay with it. Rip the Band-Aid off. When it comes back, it'll be better. In that respect. Who would you like to hear as a new narrator? I think John Goodman would be good. I don't know. I don't have a problem with Judi Dench. Why do we have to change it? Ian McKellen, he has a good voice. I like him. Maybe he can do it in the Gandalf voice. I'd have to think about that. Soon they'll add AI, and thus will begin the first abduction by Skynet, right? It faces the same issue Carousel does. Actually, they got up to the satellites, but they hid the display. It's still there. Yeah, I did see that. Love Spaceship Earth. Never miss riding it when I'm there, and I think the current narration is the best one. There you go. I've been missing Big Thunder, hoping the ride will be worth the wait. Yeah, me too, Cynthia. Tom Hanks has a great voice. Yeah, Tom Hanks would be fine if he did it. I want someone with a little bit of a booming voice, for sure. Anyway, all right. So that was that story. A couple other news stories I want to go over with you. My second choice for a narrator would be Mike Tyson. All right, next one. So this is kind of sad. I think it's going to touch a nerve for a few people. Speaking of nerves, my tooth is killing me. Most above ground structures, including Potter's Mill, demolished at Tom Sawyer Island. It's all gone, folks. Those trees are going to be out of there soon, too. Thanks to BioReconstruct on X, we now have an aerial view of the current demolition on the former Tom Sawyer Island in Magic Kingdom. Following the recent demolition of Aunt Polly's, boo, it now appears that most above-ground structures have been completely demolished on Tom Sawyer Island at Magic Kingdom to make way for the Piston Peak. He did what in this cup? There you go. Among the trees and foliage, Fort Langhorne is now gone. From the above angle, we can also see some piles of rubble sitting in the former rivers of America. All gone, folks. And yet, they got rid of all that and they left the track. I would have got rid of the track first. From this angle, it's evident that one of the many caves hidden on Tom Sawyer Island has begun to be demolished as well. A hole in the side of the island is visible on the right side. Okay, I can't see it. I guess it's there. The wider aerial overview shows the expansive demolition of Tom Sawyer Island. Potter's Mill was previously at top center. Yes, okay. And Polly's was at the bottom center, right there, right? Yep. And Harper's Mill was located to the left. None of these structures remain. That's sad. Bummer. Above's a look at the before and after. Now there's the before and after. Right there. This is here. This is the before on the left. There's the after on the right. Kind of a bummer. Yep, Aunt Polly's is gone. There's the windmill on the left. The windmill's now gone. All gone, folks. That's what it now looks like. Kind of sad. Nice, Neil. Joe Chamberlain, welcome in. No, not a surprise at all. 100%. Still disappointing, but not surprising. Definitely not surprising, but a little sad, a little disappointing. Kind of inevitability hits home at that point. Reality, I guess. All right, last news story of the day. This one's kind of interesting. I know Melissa's happy about this. So Remy's Ratatouille Adventure is no longer going to be 3D. They're going to be 2D. Disney has announced that Remy's Ratatouille Adventure will close for refurbishment next month, and the attraction will be converted to 2D. See all the new information we have on this upcoming change. Read our full article, blah, 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 blah. Well, let's read the full article then. Why? All right, this attraction will close November 10th to the 13th, 2025, and will return with enchanted digital visuals and clearer imagery projected in 2D. Right. Disney World site says Remy's fans will spot new props and lighting enhancements when they are added to the queue and attraction over the next few months. Disneyland Paris is also getting the same type thing. I wonder why. Okay. So not much to it. So they're going from 3D to 2D. Why? Any idea? I know Melissa hates the 3D. She doesn't think it should be something that's even necessary anymore because of the way in today's world we don't need it, she says. Or at least she doesn't like the glasses and all, and it messes her up. So I totally get that. But are they hearing a lot of complaints from folks, and that's why they're doing it? I'm just curious as to why the change. I'm going to go, okay, with 2D at Remy, didn't think the 3D was great, says Joe. Why not 4D with no glasses needed? We have the technology. I don't know, Jennifer. I don't know why. TD is 2D is an improvement. Well, yeah, it's not that I don't think it's not an improvement. I do too. I'm okay with it. I just don't understand. Why didn't you just do 2D in the first place? it could be it. Anyway, but the other thing too is, let me ask you this. And again, correct me if I'm wrong. Um, Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway. That's 2D, right? With all the things up there. Is it going to be like that now? If it's going to be like that, I mean, whether it is or isn't going to be like that, I'm okay with the 2D. It doesn't matter to me. But like Remy's is 2D, right? Not Remy's. Runaway Railway is 2D. Is it going to be like that? Is that what they mean by 2D? If that's the case, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with it anyway. But I like that. I think that would be neat. I'm interested. So many of present. Many people get affected by the 3D. Some can't handle it well. No, that's true, Joe. Very true. I don't like the glasses either, says Jennifer. Yeah, a lot of it doesn't bother me either way. I couldn't care less. It doesn't bother me, but it does bother folks. So I understand that, and I'm with it. I have no problem with that either way. Um, I'm just interested in the 2D aspect of it. What does that entail exactly? Is it going to look a lot like what they did with Runaway Railway with all those 2D effects they had in there? That's really cool. I love that they do that there. If that's the case, I'm down. I think it's going to be an exciting. I think it'll be exciting if that's the case. Guys, hit the like button as you're coming in. 74 of you in here. We're at 67 likes, trying to get to 100. I don't know if we'll hit 100, but let's see how close we can get. Cynthia says, since I wear glasses, I like not having to wear them anymore. I love the way Mickey's Railway is. Yeah, exactly. Probably, Neil. That's too bad. I would have liked to have seen something a little bit different. Do you think they're going to do the 2D and all over the Animal Kingdom Zootopia? Don't know. Don't know, Douglas. I don't know how they're going to do that. That'll be an interesting take with that on the Zootopia thing. I don't know if it's going to be straight 3D. I actually like the 3D A Bug's Life ride. I'm actually sad it was going away. But it'll be interesting to see what they do with that, too, Zootopia Better Together. But we'll find out, I guess, in time. All right, guys, I'm just trying to do something here real fast. Anyway, that's our news stories. And that, folks, we're going to end a little bit early, is our show for tonight. Richard, the legend, welcome in. R. Johnson's here, everybody. Say hi to Richard. Real fast before you all head out, a couple things again, please. Don't forget, November 8th, Disney Springs. There it is, right there. AskMouseTalk@gmail.com. If you think you can make it, we're going to have a meetup. November 8th at Disney Springs, 10 a.m. at Disney Springs, right up in between House of Blues and Cirque du Soleil. There's a nice big area right there. Perfect spot. November 8th, 10 a.m. Really hope you can make it. If you think you're going to make it, please email us. We really want to have a head count if we can have a head count. If you surprise us, that's great too, no problem. But we would like a head count if we can get one. It's going to be a lot of fun. A lot of folks are saying they're coming. How many exactly? I don't know, but we're going to have some fun times. We're going to have some people there. I hope you can make it. Would love to see you. Richard, obviously, you and Donna and Sam would love to have you there. If you think you're going to make it, Richard, I know I had mentioned it to you. You guys were looking into seeing if you could. Please let us know. Yep, I think Tina's going to be there with her husband. I think Baker's going to be there with Gonzo's going to be there. Pete McDevitt and his son are going to be there. Melissa and I are going to be there. Right? A lot of other people are going to be there too. I think Douglas Bailey and his wife Stacy are going to be there, and it's going to be fun. So I hope you can make it. And we're going to have a lot of folks there. We're going to hang out, talk, chit chat, get to know each other, take some pictures, maybe do some video, and it's going to be a blast. Couple other things. New videos coming out. We're trying to post more vlogs. I know everybody is used to our live streams, but we do vlogs as well. If you see a vlog for us, help us out. It definitely helps the algorithm. Check out our vlogs. Try to keep them as short as possible for you. And I hope you can make it to those vlogs. Like I just posted one today of the outpost over at Frontierland in between Tiana's and Pirates. They have a new breakfast sandwich out over there. We tried it. Go watch our review. It's pretty awesome, actually. I'm performing, otherwise we would be there. Oh, Neil, no problem. I totally get it. No problem at all, pal. But you're always welcome. We're having another one February 7th, for those that don't know, as well. I'll talk about that one more after we get past this one. I'll be there, but I need a date. November 8th. Oh, you need like a date? I can't help you there, buddy. You got to get that on your own. But yeah, Steve will be there. I think Kimberly Hazard's coming too, who's in the chat, if I'm not mistaken. Kim, if I'm speaking out of turn, please. Jennifer, I know you're not in these streams too often, but obviously, Jennifer, if you and Ron can make it, you're more than welcome. Obviously, whoever we can have there, the more the merrier. Just let us know if you're coming. Thanks, everybody, for members. Let me go over a couple things. Members, thank you for your extra generosity and loyalty. This channel doesn't run without the memberships. So thank you for that. It means a lot. PayPals, Super Chats. We've gotten PayPals. You know who you are. Thank you for those. Very generous. Helps the channel immensely. Super Chats, so very generous as well. You guys are incredible. We are less than 70 subscribers away from 27,000. It's amazing. We thank you all for that. It's been a great ride. Meeting new people every day has been amazing. We met Robo76, who's in the chat a lot, today at Magic Kingdom. That was amazing, and it's just been such a fun ride. And some of you have been there since the very beginning, and it's been amazing. If you're Ninja watching and you don't chat, we know you're there. We appreciate you all as well. Anyway, gang, have a great rest of your day. Appreciate all of you coming in. We'll be Tuesday night. I almost forgot. Tuesday night, Magic Kingdom, Disney Starlight Parade. Tuesday night, we're going to be there because our stream ended early today. We're making it up to you. We're going to be at Disney Magic Kingdom Tuesday night for the Starlight Parade. Other than that, I got so much stuff going on right now I could tell you guys about. We have live streams coming up in November as we're going to go around to the different resorts and see all the all the resort holiday decorations. Those are already out there. Go out and like on those and get ready for those. 25 Days of Christmas is coming. Vlogmas, 25 Days of Christmas, whatever you want to call it. I've already got most of those videos created, uploaded, and ready and scheduled to go. I'm counting down my top 25 favorite Christmas movies and specials each day, all the way up to Christmas Day for my number one. Check those out when they're coming too. It's going to be awesome. We got a lot coming, folks. Anyway, have a good night, everybody. Appreciate y'all. Jessica Graphius, welcome. And Graphius, nice to have you here. Guys are great. Love you guys. All right, everybody, have a great rest of your day. And until next time, take care of yourselves and each other. And we'll talk to you soon. Bye, gang.